Feel like lucid be my dreams. Said you love me, so I'm sure you know the means. It's like I'm living all inside a movie in a dream. Sequels to my life entirely up to me. Slowly suffocating, do you notice how it feels? Baby, can you hold me while I'm running through the field? Like hills that have the eye, but I do not think they see me. Even if they do, then I guess gon' have to kill me.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this one quickly and then I'm off.
Ooh, guess he's not the flying kind.
I'm gonna watch this shit quick. I have to get off. See, this shit is 31 minutes. I'm not watching all that. I ain't gonna lie. The other one.
2017. In January of that year,
you put all this wild stuff on Drake, but this shit right here, like this kind of scares me. I ain't gonna lie.
The beef between Drake and XXXTentacion dates back to 2017. In January of that year, underground rap fans were going crazy for an aggressive new song that was going viral on SoundCloud.
Bro, any nigga who thinks Drake killed X is fucking retarded, I'm gonna be honest.
The track was called Look at Me, and while it had originally been released a year earlier, it suddenly started to
bro, I already sent it, bro. I already watched it, bro.
The only problem was the 17-year-old artist who recorded the song, Jassy Onfroy, aka X, was locked up in a Florida jail for assault charges. X had been recording music for 5 years, but Look at Me going viral took him to a whole nother level. Music critics quickly hopped on the trend, classifying X as the leader of a new wave of lo-fi music called SoundCloud rap. Look at Me was praised for being raw, unmastered, and totally different.
What did you want me to see here?
X had gone from an unknown teenage rapper in Florida to an overnight
Peterbot, nigga.
At the same time, X was taking off in popularity. Drake stepped in. In February of 2017, Drake previewed a brand new song, KMT, while touring in Amsterdam. Die-hard fans immediately noticed that Drake's flow and rapping on KMT was eerily similar to X's style on Look at Me. Accusations started to fly in that Drake had swooped in and jacked X's sound right as X was starting to see his first.
Bro, I remember this whole thing happening in real time.
X himself noted the similarities between Look at Me and KMT, and he was not happy about the comparisons. On March 29th of 2017, during his very first interview after being released from jail, X addressed the allegations that Drake stole his flow directly.
Bro, I'm finna time you out, nigga. I'm dead serious.
He's not a man. I think he's a bit. That's a bit move.
X ultimately said that he respected Drake's career, labeling him a GOAT and a genius, but also called him out for trying to profit off his work.
If he would have showed that he's a hospitable person and that he's really in this shit for the culture, rather than being a nigga taking my shit, running off with it, and then putting it on his album, then he would have got my kudos, he would have got my respect. I would have let him hop on the remix, take 100% royalty rate. I would have done it.
But X was far from done. Literally the day after, on March 30th, X shot his shot at Drake's mom by tweeting, quote, "Drake's mom kinda cute, she could get it." X clearly wanted to get under Drake's skin as much as possible. While Drake didn't issue a response to these attacks, X had gone past the point of no return. By targeting Drake's mother, there was no chance that these guys were gonna piece it up. And all this controversy only fueled X's ascent in the rap game. As the Drake comparison circled, Look at Me climbed the Billboard charts and peaked at number 34. Look at Me ultimately charted for 20 weeks and went platinum before the end of the year. X had gone from literally jail to beefing with one of the biggest rappers in the game to becoming a platinum-selling star in a matter of months. X was even labeled, quote, the most controversial man in rap. While Drake avoided addressing X directly, X made a bone-chilling post on social media a year later. In 2018, X posted on his IG story, quote, "If anyone tries to..."
Okay. Put the fucking context. Listen, this is the thing. Bro,
please not unmute and watching start to finish.
Bro, bro, you're getting time, nigga. This nigga is doing too much, bro. Fucking, yo. I remember this whole shit that happened, bro. Gang. Like, I remember when this shit happened, bro. The video, this nigga posted a picture of a lookalike Drake with fucking nut and shit on his face. And he posted that. It was like some weird shit, like some troll shit. He posted that, and then that's when niggas were like, that's when he posted this after that. This had nothing to do with anything
Kill
else.
me. It was at Champagne.
Drake did not kill this nigga. I fought with X. X my top 3 all time out of the new age rappers. Like, I for sure listen to X way more than I listen to Drake. It's not close, but bro, Drake did not do nothing.
And Poppy, aka Drake. I'm snitching right now. The post was later deleted, and X claimed that his account had been hacked. But in all reality, who really knows? And at first it sounded like X was just trolling until 3:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on June 18th of 2018.
Developing right now, a search for a killer in South Florida after an up-and-coming rapper is shot dead. in an apparent robbery.
Just 3 months after X's fateful post on IG, tragedy struck. That day, X pulled up to a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida with his step-uncle, Leonard Kerr. After spending a half hour at the dealership, X and Kerr climbed into his BMW i8 sports car when an SUV pulled up and blocked their path. Two armed men jumped out the SUV and rushed X's BMW, where they confronted him at gunpoint. X was punched multiple times while his step-uncle escaped. One of the gunmen snatched a Louis Vuitton duffel bag from the BMW's passenger seat that contained 50 grand in cash. One of the men opened fire on X, shooting him 3 times. X was later confirmed deceased at Broward Health.
Yo, if you're the nigga who went out with this nigga on this drill, this nigga just cost y'all nigga. This is already stupid, but like, this nigga literally cost y'all niggas y'all fucking life. I need you to understand that. This nigga, they already got the fucking bag with the bread in it. This dumbass nigga still shot the nigga after you took the bread. Why would you do that? Bro, I want you to understand, robberies, like burglaries, I think like 50% of them go unsolved. You just upgraded a burglary, yo, I can't even say that word. You just upgraded an armed robbery charge, which probably like 5 years max. That's if you even get caught. Mind you, X is a rapper, so like, would X even call the police and be like, yeah, yo, this nigga, and testify and press charges? Like, probably not. You know what I mean? So, you probably, nothing would have happened to you if you just stole it. You upgrade an armed robbery charge to a murder in Florida, where if you get first, this is, mind you, this is set up. Y'all pulled up in a whip, masked up, all of it. This is first degree. You upgraded a robbery charge to a first degree murder. Bro, first degree murder in Florida, no possibility to parole. And you already had gotten the bread. It's not like the nigga pulled out a gun and started sparking at them, nothing. This is the most retarded, like, I'm telling y'all niggas, bro. Think about it. These niggas, none of these niggas would be in jail right now. X would still be alive, nothing, like, bro, we probably wouldn't have even heard of this situation. They probably would have robbed this nigga and nothing would have came out of it. You already got the bread. You threw away every nigga, the 2 niggas in that whip, their lives are done, except for the Robert Allen nigga. He snitched, so he getting out soon. But nigga might fucking see him and kill him in Florida. But all the other 3 niggas have life. X is dead. That's like 4 or 5 lives forever altered over you shooting a nigga after you already robbed, after you already got what you wanted. Stupid nigga shit. Like, this is like just retarded nigga shit.
And snatched a Louis Vuitton duffel.
Same shit like with the TK shit. Like, it's so many robberies where niggas go into shit. You have to understand, nigga, if you upgrade your shit from a robbery to a murder, you're fucked. This isn't you going up and robbing a rapper, nigga. You'll probably get off. Then niggas probably won't even press charges on you for that. For you to fucking do a murder, you're going to jail, nigga. Like, yes, you did a murder on a high-profile rapper. Yes, you're going to jail. No, what celebrity do you know who got murdered and the nigga didn't get caught? You're killing the latest rapper out the new generation. You're going to jail. They're gonna find you. Stupid nigga shit. Niggas might say Pac and Biggie. Biggie, I think, is the only exception. Pac, the nigga who killed Pac, died. That's why they didn't investigate it anymore. Nigga who killed Pac is dead.
Bag from the BMW's passenger seat that contained 50 grand in cash. One of the men opened fire on X, shooting him 3 times. X was later confirmed deceased at Broward Health North Hospital when he was only 20 years old. X's shocking death sparked an outpouring of grief. Kanye West, J. Cole, Jay-Z, Pusha T, and 2 Chainz are just some of the high-profile rappers who paid tribute to X by praising his artistry and calling out the senselessness of his shooting. His open casket memorial service was even held in the Florida Panthers Stadium, with thousands of fans lining up to pay their respects. Just 2 days after X was unalived, Dedrick Williams, a 22-year-old tattoo artist, was arrested.
2 days. You got locked. Nigga got locked 2 days after the body.
That there's still a video of him dead in the car is crazy. I watched it and it broke my heart.
Yo, that shit was fucked, bro. I remember the day when I came back and they're posting that nigga died. Yo, I couldn't believe that. That shit fucked with me, bro.
Identified as a person.
This nigga, I'm telling you, X would have been one of them niggas who would have been like, the level he would be at right now is crazy. A lot of niggas who are like young now. This is something I'm gonna go in the other video with the SoundCloud shit.
Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah. So I was just telling you, nigga, you're talking about, oh, I live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm in the nice part. I'm straight. Yo, any nigga could run up on you and kill you. This is what happened to X. But yeah, like, bro, X would have been like, I'm telling you right now, X here right now, a lot of y'all have to understand the music that he was making that were bangers out. Those were bangers during that era. The shit he would have evolved now, like that whole Rage era, with the the I Miss the Rage, X would have fucking cooked during that era. He would have been cooking, bro. He would, like, I'm telling you right now, I would be guessing he's doing probably like 300 to 400K first week right now if he was alive. Deadass.
Who planned X's robbery. Investigators determined that Williams had actually...
Y'all need to remember, he dropped 17, fresh out of jail, no label, and did damn near 100K, dropping the same day as Uzi. Then he dropped question mark less than
X
a year
would have
later.
Been a top 5 rapper.
No, he would have been probably the latest nigga right now. Like, aside from, like, obviously, like, the big, like, certain niggas like Kendrick and Drake, we already know those are, like, the older generation. Out of the new generation, who's the latest nigga right now? Some niggas might say, like, Youngboy and shit, but Youngboy's doing, like, 20K first. I'm telling you, first week sales-wise, bro, I'm telling you, like, bro, X probably doing, like, 300-something first week. 300, 400. Same thing with Juice. That's why I feel like this generation of music fucked up, because, like, all of the niggas who were really, really talented died.
Seen X in person 6 months earlier when they were visiting the same probation office in January of...
I'm gonna stop pausing, but, like, question mark, bro, 17 dropped same day as Uzi.
Yo, real shit, can we talk about how Juice should have been sliced? The police were gonna search the plane, so he took all the drugs.
That didn't happen, bro. That didn't happen, bro. That didn't happen. He never took 100 pills when the police came. That doesn't even make sense. That was bullshit.
I meant survived.
He never took 100 pills when the police came.
2018. That's how Williams reckoned.
And then, okay, I'm sorry to keep pausing. 17 did 100K first week. Dropped the same day as Uzi with no label. Question mark did like 140,000 first week.
Wait, so what happened?
His first year in the game, from 2017 to 2018, no label, nigga. Just a distribution deal. He would have been out, like, he would be out here doing like 340K right now. And he signed a label. He signed a label like a month before he died. He never dropped the album while he was alive, while he was signed to a label. Bro, Juice never fucking took 100 pills when the police were there, bro. Bro, nigga. Everyone on his team said that never happened. Does any nigga who read that story think that makes sense for a nigga to take 100 fucking perks when he sees the police? No, not even. They were in the plane. They heard the police were waiting for them. Why would you take 100 pills? He never did that. You could have easily flushed him, or he has 100 niggas around him. He's the star. He's the breadwinner. He could have gave the pills to any other nigga and they just take the charge for the pills.
Can you explain how he died?
Juice? Bro, Juice fucking... Okay, first of all, he never took 100 pills. They could have easily flushed him, and the niggas on the plane with him, fucking... They could have just took the charge. That's what they're there for. Take the charge. They had a stick too. Juice wasn't gonna get charged with no stick or no fucking no perks and shit. He might have got charged for the weed, but it's weed. Like, how much time would he have really gotten? Bro, he would have fucking just had them niggas take the charge. How he died is, they explained in his documentary what happened. The nigga who used to, his name is Chris Long Films. I'm sorry to get like off track, but like, I'm gonna just break this down real quick. Chris Long Films, this is his cameraman, and this nigga, he was the nigga who, like, he was the nigga, he took videos for Juice, all of that, right? He used to go through Juice's, like, when Juice WRLD would get a batch of pills, he would use test strips to test them to make sure they're not laced. Some of them were laced, he would throw them out and shit. That's what he used to do, okay? When Juice would be off fucking 7 perks, and then fucking try and pour up some lean, the nigga Chris Long would go and then say Juice is like, yo, I want a full pint. That nigga be like, what the fuck? That's too much. So he'll pour him less than what he'll pour Juice less than what he asked for, and then fill it up with Sprite and then give it to him. He thinks whole time Juice thinks he's drinking a damn near a pint or like a big ass thing of lean. He really gave him like a quarter of that. The day when they were going to Chicago for Juice's birthday, the nigga left. Chris, who normally gives him it, like, distributes his shit and makes sure his shit is straight, left to go do something. So Juice was like, fuck it. He went and grabbed the pills and grabbed the lean. He poured a pint of lean that he don't normally be taking, because they weren't giving him all that because it will fucking kill him. He took that and he took pills on top of that. So he took a bigger dosage of lean than he would normally take, and that they would normally give him on top of the pills. Then they flew in the sky. him hearing the police was there and him having that much drugs in his system, he went in a cardiac arrest. He never took 100 fucking pills.
X's distinctive BMW i8.
That shit never. Nobody. Who the fuck is taking 30 fucking pills to their face and not thinking they're gonna die? That never made sense.
Driving past the motorcycle dealership that X was shopping at. According to the cops, if X wasn't driving that car, it's unlikely Dedrick Williams would have ever spotted him and ordered the robbery. In the following weeks, police made 3 more arrests: Robert Allen, Trayvon Newsome, and Michael Boatwright, who was ultimately accused of being the triggerman behind X's death. All 4 men ended up getting charged with first-degree murder. But Dedrick Williams' lawyer threw a major curveball in the case when he claimed that the police failed to investigate a high-profile suspect.
They wanted to solve the case so quickly that they refused to listen to any other evidence that didn't comport with what they believed or what they wanted their narrative to be.
Williams' attorney, Mauricio Padilla, argued that the Broward County Sheriff's Office...
Scary FR. If the police weren't there, he probably would have survived or had a better chance. Cameraman Topher trying to help.
Yeah. So, bro, I want to reiterate that Drake didn't had nothing to do with X dying. I'm going to keep it a bean. Also, I think, like, X, I feel like these niggas, they have no defense. My nigga, they're on camera. All of the niggas are on camera walking in and out. They're not even masked up walking in the store, walking past X. They seen them. They get locked. One of the niggas is snitching. What other defense then can they have? All they said is like, my client didn't do this, and the police didn't even look at any other possible leads, like Drake. Everyone says him and Drake have beef. Everyone's saying Drake killed him. That's what they did. Drake, bro, why are you giving niggas credits for a body when they had nothing to do with it? And Drake and X didn't even have beef like that towards the end of their life. Like, I was really tapped in with all of this. So, like, there was a point where he was on academic stream. It's very short. It's very brief. I'm gonna just Academics X. I'm not gonna watch it at all, but Academics XXX. Bro, they had like a 3-hour interview. During the interview,
nah, you can't lie. The industry hates Drake, nigga. Always got false allegations.
Yeah, a little bit, but bro, in that interview, pretty much they were saying that like Drake, academics tried to do some shit where Drake and X got a chance to like squash the beef and talk on the phone, and it didn't end up happening because I think some shit like X was nervous. No, one of the times Drake was still mad about the shit he said about his mom, and then the next time X was nervous, and they didn't end up doing it. It was, bro, Drake didn't get... Why wouldn't Drake get fucking Pusha T and Kendrick killed?
Hadn't done their due diligence to follow all possible leads. Padilla claimed that the sheriff's office was still overwhelmed from the aftermath of the Parkland shooting just a year earlier. He states that the cops just didn't have the resources to properly investigate X's death. During the murder trials...
Bro, he just had like pictures of him and X's mom together. X posted pictures with his face on like X's dad's head, like his face on X's dad's head with his arm around his mom and shit.
Opening arguments, Padilla cited X's deleted post where he claimed that Champagne Papi, aka Drake, was trying to unalive him, and he blasted the detectives for failing to follow up with Drake.
Do you think in that time span that they went and they addressed him, they talked to him? No. Do you think sitting here today, years later, any detective has ever asked Drake or anybody like that? No. They never did that. So you ask yourself, how could that be?
Dedrick Williams' lawyer was basically saying that Drake was so powerful that he avoided questioning, and he wasn't entirely wrong. When Drake was subpoenaed to testify for a deposition, he and his lawyers basically ignored it. They did not even bother to show up for the scheduled date. Finally, Padilla secured a court order from a judge to require Drake to testify, and if Drake didn't, he would have to face a contempt of court charge. But when you're as famous as Drake, you also have the best lawyers that money can buy. On Valentine's Day of 2023, Drake's legal team filed to throw out the court order, claiming that it places an unreasonable and oppressive burden on him. Drake's team claimed that there wasn't any conclusive evidence to link him to X's death. That very same day, Mauricio Padilla claimed that process servers tried to deliver the court subpoena to Drake directly, only for Drake's armed guards to physically get in the way. According to Padilla, the process servers were barred from Drake's home in Calabasas, California, and Drake's guards actually kicked the subpoena itself down the driveway. The message was crystal clear: under no circumstances did Drake want to testify. Even crazier is that the court accepted Drake's legal defense and overlooked his security's alleged intimidation tactics. The judge accepted the motion to dismiss the order, removing Drake from the witness list. The trial continued without Drake's testimony, leading to the conviction of all 4 men. Dedrick Williams, Padilla's client, was sentenced to life in prison. But while Drake's lawyers insisted that he had no connection to the case, his music told an entirely different story.
When you start playing with certain people, when you start puffing on the wrong cigar, smoke will come.
Just 2 weeks after X's murder, Drake dropped his 5th studio album, Scorpion. The album was a major commercial success.
I already know the SMS. XXX, nigga, that shit was recorded like fucking months before X died, bro.
Streaming records and selling over 732,000 copies in its debut week. But fans noticed that Drake's lyrics seemed to subtly but unmistakably reference X and his untimely death. On I'm Upset, Drake bragged about a $50,000 bounty rapping, "I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect." Remember, when X was robbed that summer, his assailants stole $50,000 and
my nigga, see how stupid this is? Look how dumb this shit is. I want you to remember, when did Scorpion, like, I'm sorry to keep out, but yo, this shit is just so stupid, bro. I don't know how Scorpion, like, hold on, Scorpion. Fuck. Like, I'm sorry to keep fucking pausing this shit. This shit is so stupid to me. Album. This was released June 29th, 2018. This was released 11 days after X died. There was no possible way for him to record this album. There was no way for him to record these songs after X died, add it to the track list, and send it. When you put an album out, you have to send this to your label like weeks or months in advance. Then they have to make vinyls and merch. You know how when niggas do bundling, they'll sell here's the vinyl for here's the vinyl. You know how niggas be packaging and doing bundles? For you to be able to do that and like do vinyls, your album has to already have been sent in. So none of these songs that are here where niggas are trying to say, oh, he's mentioning X and shit, would have been made after June 18th when the fucking album came out June 29th, 11 days later. It's not possible. All of these songs would have been made months, maybe even a year before the X shit. So the 50,000, how the fuck would he have guessed that X is walking around with $50,000? Like, this shit doesn't even make fucking sense.
Then Louis Vuitton bag out of his BMW. Even more blatant.
SMS XXX. That's the only time I ever shoot below the.
Yo, this is gonna get copyright. I'm gonna skip all this shit.
Vuitton bag out of his BMW. Even more blatant.
SMS XXX. That's the
some respect. While you can interpret those bars as being about texting, explicit photos, some fans speculated that SMS could also stand for send my shooters. And the XXX shoutout is an almost undeniable callback to X's name. In sidebar, Drake might really be the only rapper who compares sending nudes.
SMS XXX. That's the only time I shoot below the neck. Sound crazy because like he's talking about sending a dick pic, but. Bro, this had to be
that lyric was
to
crazy.
smoke.
I see why they were saying
no,
that.
I understand, but it's not possible, fam. The album came out 11 days earlier. For this song to have been mixed and mastered and added to the album, along with the bundling, this shit was recorded way before.
His ops.
But Drake's the same type of nigga. I don't think he cares. Like, he'll play into it. He doesn't.
As another song from the album, Drake flexes on having underworld connections, bragging about how he's sick of these niggas, hire some help, get rid of these niggas. Oh, and speaking of Louis bags, in the very same verse, he raps, Louis bags in exchange for body bags. In an interview on LeBron James and Maverick Carter's HBO show The Shop, Drake even spoke about how he was inspired to record Mob Ties right before the album was released. It's possible that he stepped in the booth specifically to reference X being gunned down over a Louis bag. Pretty cold-blooded. 4 years later, Drake seems to reference X yet again. In the 2022 song On BS with 21 Savage, Drake raps, maybe I should do a 20, maybe I should break that 20, do a 10. Maybe I should break that 10, do a 5, then if it gets live, do 5 again. If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again. Damn. Drake's math here clearly adds up to 30, and when you convert that into Roman numerals, it spells
talking about Roman numerals, bro.
Spells out XXX. Plus Drake.
Like, I'm not even saying he, like, that is bullshit, but I'm not even saying that he never dissed X. He definitely played into it, like, the fucking killer image. He had nothing to do with X's dying, Monica. Like, bro, what are we talking about, bro?
Drake is clearly bragging about ending someone's life because they talked reckless on IG Live. It seems like a pretty barefaced call out to all the times X slandered Drake and Drake's mom on social media. In 2023, Drake again seemed to reference X on the song Daylight.
Positivity is what we wanted. We chopped it up. He actually liked Jase's music a lot. To come to light soon. I feel like X, like him stealing the Look At Me flow, he fucked with X. Like, he fucked with X's music. He felt some way that he did some. He never killed this nigga, bro. I'm gonna keep it aside. That's not me defending Drake. That's not me. Like, why are y'all giving a nigga credit for a body that he didn't do? The fuck? Like, it doesn't even make sense for him to kill X but not push a T and shit. Like when they call the body, TPS think that I bought the body. Internet swear that I bought the body. Take more than that to go pop somebody.
While Drake's previous
knows what he's doing, he's playing into it. He's playing into it, but he
sounded like he was trying to take credit for what happened to X. This new song sounds as if he's trying to distance himself from a potential scandal. It's also worth noting that all his other X subliminals were released before the court order to get him deposed, but Daylight dropped after X's murderers were convicted. While some fans bought into Drake's lyrics as evidence that he had a hand in X's demise, X's former collaborators weren't so convinced. Controversial boxer Ryan Garcia tweeted on the 6th anniversary of X's death, quote, "F it, Drake killed X," before quickly deleting his post after getting backlash. X's longtime friend Ski Mask the Slum God responded to Garcia's tweet by writing, quote, "Whoever believed this stupid shit too deep in the YouTube conspiracy rabbit hole, go outside and touch some grass money." And X's former DJ Scheme backed up Ski while also claiming that Drake instigated those same conspiracy theories in order to bolster his street cred. Quote, "My only issue is that after my brother died, all Drake did was throw shots to look more gangster. So the
that's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with this at all. But why he didn't have nothing to do with
Ryan Garcia needs STFU. You're always doing or saying some dumb
I'm 95% sure that nigga Ryan Garcia has a CTE.
Wrap things up, it's still Drake. But after November 30th of 2024, Drake may be forced to finally defend his innocence.
I fuck with Drake. I fuck with X's music. I fuck with X more. But this nigga Drake had nothing. He definitely played into it. I think he played into it, but he had nothing to do with it.
Defense attorney, again, you have to look into any evidence that might point to your client's innocence or might point to someone else as being responsible for the crime.
After being sentenced to life in prison, Dedrick Williams, the man convicted of planning X's robbery, filed an appeal where he directly addressed the court's failure to depose Drake. Williams and his lawyer Mauricio Padilla stressed that Drake was still a key witness in the case, especially since X had implied on Instagram that Drake would be the one
just trying to itch for shit.
While Padilla said he's not claiming that Drake ordered a hit against X, he has emphasized the importance of a jury hearing all possible evidence. Legal experts have weighed in on Padilla's attempts to get Drake to testify and agree that it's a Hail Mary move that can move the needle by sowing doubt among jurors. If Drake's testimony introduces enough reasonable doubt, it could potentially undermine Dedrick Williams' conviction, especially if Drake's provocative lyrics are admitted as evidence.
He's on camera.
But what are the odds that Drake will finally be ordered to appear in court? At this point, the court's still weighing Dedrick Williams' appeal. It's totally possible that the judge will deny his attempt to get a new trial. But if they agree with Williams' claim that he wasn't granted a fair trial in the first place, it's very possible that Drake might have to finally answer questions under oath about his beef with XXXTentacion and address his flagrant bars on songs like Mob Ties. This whole episode is just the latest legal issue Drake has to deal with. Just weeks ago, Drake filed twin petitions against his own label UMG, alleging that they systematically defamed him and conspired to boost his arch rival Kendrick Lamar. Drake's legal findings claim that UMG and Spotify artificially boosted Kendrick's streaming numbers and that UMG failed to prevent the release of Not Like Us, where Kendrick ruthlessly dunked on Drake by alleging he's a sexual predator. These petitions sharply divided both fans.
Again, that Drake and Kendrick beef was corny. I don't give a fuck what a nigga says.
And industry insiders. Some claim that Drake
was
pulling
making false allegations
to essentially sue his way out of a rap battle. Joe Budden suggested that Drake made himself look worse by taking the war with Kendrick to court. On the other hand, some fans threw their support behind Drake, insisting that these legal moves were about Drake taking on powerful corporate interests who were.
I mean, Drake's pretty much what he's gonna do. He's gonna kill off the whole rumor of him being a pedo, because he's gonna bring that up in court. All right, he said I'm gonna prove it. Or like they're gonna try and bring up bullshit. He's gonna get so that whole argument of him being a pedo is gonna get thrown out.
Manipulating music streams.
I understand what he's trying to do because Bear Nigga's gonna try and run with that narrative, so he's gonna like get that thrown out in court, like.
Hot 97's Funk Master Flex said that Drake is 100% right, claiming that DJs regularly accept payola to have their music promoted. Meanwhile, DJ academics theorize that Drake's maneuvers might have backfired, and that by filing his petitions, he might have actually boosted the streaming numbers of Not Like Us and Kendrick's newest album, G and X. Between this new X appeal and these lawsuits, Drake's lawyers definitely have their hands full. And seeing that these cases are still ongoing, it's not hard to imagine Drake having to testify. The real question is if Drake's team will be able to protect him, or
bro, he's not testifying his shit. It would have to redo a whole retrial of that case and shit. He's not testifying in none of that. You have to appeal, get a new trial, and then subpoena him. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, bro. That shit is capped. That nigga didn't have nothing to do with that. RPX. That nigga would have been the littest young nigga out right now. I'm keeping it a stack. 100K on 17, no label. Just a distribution deal. Less than a year later, question mark. 140K first week. No label, just a distribution deal. That nigga would be out of here right now. All that shit. Oh, he was lit because he died. No. I remember I was here. All you niggas were like 15 and 16 and 17 right now. When X was alive going crazy, how long ago? That was 7 years ago. You were probably 10.
The saddest celebrity deaths for me is Paul Walker and Cameron Boyce.
Yeah, those were sad. But like, bro, when you niggas were here when X was going crazy, bro, 2018 niggas, some of you niggas were like 10. You're 17 now, you're 10. 16, you were 9. Like, 15, you were fucking 8. Like, a lot of this shit y'all niggas were not here for. I was visually here. I remember Uzi was my favorite out of the new generation. I remember X passing up Uzi. I remember Cardi dropping Die Lit, doing 70K first week, and I remember X dropping question mark and doing 140, doubling his sales with no label, just a distribution deal. That nigga was different. I know now niggas want to be like, oh, his music was sad. It's so crazy because, like, the last thing I want to say about the X shit is, like, X, literally the only reason X started putting out sad music is because niggas were saying that all he does is scream and yell on tracks and, like, do new mumble rap shit. So he's like, bet, let me show y'all I'm versatile. So he started making Spanish songs, love songs, death metal, heavy metal, all type of shit. I'm just saying, if you were there to experience it, you would have seen how lit that nigga is. Like, I'm not even speaking on you, I'm speaking on, like, niggas in general. Because a lot of young niggas now are like, oh, he wasn't even that lit before he died. He was lit, I'm telling y'all. But, like, yeah, like that, I remember X dropping question mark with no label, just a distribution deal, doing 140K first week, and then Cardi dropping Die Lit and doing, like, 70K. I remember Uzi dropping Love Is Rage, The Perfect Love Tape, all of his albums, then finally dropping Love Is Rage 2 with a full label pushing him and doing like 130K. X did it his first year. From 2015 all the way to like 17. That's when Uzi's first album finally ended up, Love Is Rage did like 130K first week. X came out 17, first week, damn near 100K. Then less than a year later, question mark, 140K, no label. When for all the niggas who are young now, who you're 15, a lot of y'all niggas would have been like 10 or 9 when in 2018, when X was going crazy. Bro, this nigga, he had passed the Uzi, like when they were here, bro, every nigga remembers who was growing up during that time. X had passed them niggas up. I'm keeping this stat. And he, mind you, he was only on a distribution deal. He didn't even sign his full label deal until after question mark came out. Then he died right after. So, bro, he would be doing like 300, 400K right now. I'm telling y'all niggas. He'd be doing like 300K right now, first week. 300K plus first week right now. Bro, even the Rage Beats era with like I Mr. Rage and MIA and all those songs, bro, imagine what he would be doing on beats like that. He never got the opportunity to do that shit. The whole argument behind X was literally like, yo, all he does is yell on beats and does turn up and mumble rap shit. So he's like, let me show y'all niggas I'm versatile. So he started doing singing, sad shit, death metal, heavy metal, and fucking like EDM and all type of shit. And he put all of that, doing Spanish songs, he put all of that on an album and did like 140K first week with no label, just a distribution deal. It'd be the equivalent to like if fucking Drake was making music and then he drops Honestly Nevermind, the little dance shit, and then he died, and then niggas is like, yo, Drake just make dancing music. Like, that's the only style of music he makes. Like, nigga, that's literally what happened to X. But, alright, I'm on time. I'm about to hop off. I'm not reacting to that shit right now.
Something, baby, I like just how you blushing. And maybe we could bust it at the function. Turn nothing to something. Wish you could just see the horrors of my life may upbring.